My name is Casco0 Vlogs, and today we are going to be reacting to Chitin Chaz. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name too bad. He made a documentary a while ago. I'm late to reacting to this, but better late than never. And basically he kind of explains the hypocrisy of Think Before You Sleep. Now I used to watch Think Before You Sleep every single time he uploaded. I was actually excited when he uploaded because I thought that what he talked about was very informative and real. But the fact that he's backpedaling on what he talked about before, you know, I'm gonna say you have to live your life a certain way, but I'm against simping. I think it hurts the entire structure of like relationships. I really do. I think it hurts everybody ultimately, unless you're rich or whatever. But I think it hurts the ecosystem of like humans and mating in general. So I'm really against simping. But I don't want to talk too much in this beginning. This is gonna be just pretty much strictly a reaction. I'll give you guys my thoughts at the end of the video, and let's get into the video right now.
Maniac for that trap shit.
This is like a great video, man.
On the 27th of February 2023, a YouTuber by the name of Think Before You Sleep started a live stream. Little did he know that one simple live stream caused the Greenskins to lay siege to his channel. The war began a few days prior, on February 24th, with a live stream dating in 2023. He made some wild claims that Undead Chronic and Hammerhand critiqued in the stream UCW show 192.
That's this guy
Think
too,
Before
right?
You Sleep tried to clap back with his stream, The Problem with Manosphere Creators. Originally, the stream was titled The Problem with MGTOW Creators, however, he changed the name of the stream shortly thereafter. Over the course of the stream, he refused to read any mean donations that were sent his way.
Again, thank you for all the people who are
Yeah.
sending me money to insult me. Thank you for all the free money.
Like, he does not take criticism well.
He got butthurt at the mean Greenskin roasting and making fun of his appearance. He was unable to comprehend that Undead Chronic is not a good person. He roasts everyone in any way, including appearance.
They call this dude a rat. A cheese eater.
June 5th, 58,294. Not even 100,000 subscribers before that happened. So most of my subscribers were gained after I transitioned out of it.
He shows that at the time when he dropped the MGTOW label,
You see,
he only had approximately 58,000 subscribers.
I know I won't talk that much, but I have to say this about, I gotta put my own twist to it. Now you see the way Think Before You Sleep, like the way he moves, the way he acts, the way his facial expressions are and stuff like that, it is the complete opposite of what he preaches. This dude is very inexperienced woman. He seems to be super introverted, and like I'm introverted, but you'll never really know, to be honest with you. If you met me in person for that, you'll never know. If I was super introverted, I was like super scared to talk and stuff like that. But this dude, you can just tell his whole demeanor is like really like a rat.
Knows that he used the term to gain a substantial following, then he dropped it when it might have started hindering his channel's growth. Because we know how YouTube treats people who use that label.
True.
He pulls up the discussion Undead Chronic had with Destiny and was unable to comprehend the argument UC was making about women and taxes.
Post-Oxygen sources, as a group, men pay taxes.
Okay.
As a group, women use taxes.
I'm sure that men probably contribute more taxes because men probably earn most of the money, but that's probably a good thing.
This is true, but as a group,
So where's the argument? There's a couple more in here.
men as a group pay taxes. So it's not like
Okay, so thanks for bringing the group responsibility in here. That's very woke of you to do that.
Think Before You Sleep complains that Undead Chronic would pause the video and not listen to the argument he was making. However, he does the same thing during this segment, as if this isn't something every streamer does.
That he would unpause it and later it's an opinion that he agrees with, and he would still shit on me for agreeing with the opinion.
Why do you seem so hurt by it?
Saying an opinion that he agrees with. Here's them doing that.
The problem with the group responsibility response is that men don't get a say on where their taxes go. They just go.
True.
Men as a majority get taxed more than women, and said taxes go to fund programs that subsidize women's poor choices, like welfare and government-funded housing. If men really had the group responsibility mindset, we'd stop paying taxes and let the country fall apart.
And it makes sense that women would be a tax drain compared to men when they're probably more likely to earn less and they're more likely to stay at home taking care of children.
the problem is when they're staying at home, taking care of bastards, and they're on welfare systems, taking men's money.
Think Before You Sleep tries to bring up Undead Chronic's relationships with women, failing to understand that there is a difference between long-term dating and having a woman around to sleep with.
True.
I've dated a lot of women, 80% of the women I've dated, they thought we were boyfriend and girlfriend. I didn't see it that way. I don't think I'm
That's
top
not
10%, but I have more. I have over 50.
Okay, so again, by the way, he would call Brittany a whore if she said she had that many partners. She has had, he has multiple times.
Men and women are not the same, man. Like I said, I gotta say my little stuff, man, because I have to. Like I can't just watch this and not say something, man. Men and women are not the same. And long story short, it's easy for women to get men. It's hard for men to get women. So you can't be like, oh, if you said this about her, then I mean he knows this already though. Like he says this in his own stuff. Like he knows this already. So it's like he's backpedaling, man. I think because he got with that Brittany Venti or whatever her name is, he got with her now, and that's like the best chick he ever got in his entire life, and he's just trying to act right for her sake, I guess.
As many sexual
He's another
partners
I-dubs.
than she does, yet she's the whore.
Yeah, well, you should be shamed for being a whore.
Yeah, literally has vastly more sexual partners than the person he's calling a whore, and yet doesn't see the merit
Inexperienced.
here.
So Think Before You Sleep does not understand that women are the gatekeepers to having sex.
Yes.
If a woman says no, then that is rape.
Yep.
However, men are the gatekeepers to relationships and marriage. If a man says he won't marry a woman, that's it. She's not getting a ring.
Facts.
A lot of the women that have opened up for Undead Chronic did so assuming that they'd be in a long-term relationship because they did not say he had to put a ring on it before getting the puniti. A man being able to get with a lot of women shows that he has qualities those women want. His qualities typically being money, muscles, masculinity.
Yep.
Women can get sex anytime they want, but
Yep.
the vast majority of men cannot. There is the statistic that 1 in 3 men have not had any sexual activity in the past year.
He explained it so well.
If men could get sex, they would, but women say no to these men. A man
Facts.
can't necessarily be a whore because the vast majority of the time he's earned the ability to sleep with women because he's become attractive to women.
Yep.
Whereas women can just swipe on a dating app and get a man that night. You can say that's a terrible double standard, but life is filled with these double standards.
No, dude.
But
I'm
it's
glad I
a
watched this so
problem
long.
when
100%
it
right.
negatively affects women. Like Think Before You Sleep's girlfriend, Brittany Venti. He's revealed that he's been dating Brittany Venti for a few months, and she's gone on record saying that she will abstain from sex before getting married.
I know this is going to be a little bit unusual,
You sound like Caitlyn Bennett.
here, but today I wanted to talk about abstaining from sex, why I choose to do it, as well as why I think more people should do it as well, but especially women. For me, I used to partake in serial monogamy. Serial monogamy is when you go from long-term relationship to long-term relationship. I have personally never partaken in casual sex. All of my relationships have been at least a year and a half. One of them was 3 years and a half, and I've been partaking
Make sure you guys
in
subscribe to
serial
this guy.
monogamy since I was 15.
That is perfectly fine, but let's keep in mind that she's not a virgin.
Facts.
She said that she's been a serial monogamous woman since the age of 15. So it's safe to assume that she's had sex with at least a few of her boyfriends without needing the ring. So now Think Before You Sleep will be unable to nut before he puts a ring on her hand. She's either lying about saving herself for marriage to sleep with Think Before You Sleep, or she is going to make him pay full price for her used puniti.
My man already said it.
He's claimed that he's MGTOW in the past, so he must understand the divorce statistics showing the amount of partners a woman has increases the likelihood of divorce.
Dude, this dude's doing all the work for me. I don't have to say nothing. I just have to watch it.
Both Undead Chronic and Brittany were on, and asked why Undead Chronic didn't roast her and call her a whore straight to her face.
By the way, this is says he sent a hate mob to her. Let me go back to that so you can hear it. It doesn't, again, could have perfect time to mention all these horrible things he said about her just 3 days ago.
It's obvious because he's on someone else's stream,
Yeah.
and to bring that stuff up would be rude to the host. Think Before You Sleep got upset when Chronic was commenting on the size of Britney's tatas, hoping that UC would be simping over her, when in reality, if he did his own research, he'd understand that Chronic was just joking and being hyperbolic.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right here because I don't want to watch the full thing. I want you guys to actually watch this video. So I'm gonna give you guys my entire thoughts on this entire thing. All right, so excellent video, man. I really like reacting to these people's videos, especially when they're actually really good and they're talking about something. I think this actually is very, very important, especially for like a content creator like Think Before You Sleep. I used to watch this guy like, all the time, and I kid you not, I used to watch him amongst a couple other people. And I used to like what he talked about. Like, I'm really big into male improvement. I'm big into like improvement in general, but especially male improvement because that's where I think is lacking the most in society. Because chicks, I mean, Like how big these chicks are. They get pretty much whatever they want. Like at this point, it's a woman's world unless you're rich, right? So I'm really big into male improvement because I think that if men improve themselves, right, and stop simping, stuff like that, then it'll stop the hyperinflation of attention that men give women. That's the whole problem right now. Like men attention don't mean anything because women get it, you know, already. Like there's so much attention that a normal man's attention means nothing. So you need to bring a lot to the table, right? And with the problem that's going on right now, there's two different ways you can either get a chick, either giving a bunch of attention, which usually doesn't really work. You end up like Venezuela, or you have to have some type of value to your attention, right? So I think that what he's doing, because especially guys that are a little bit lost like that, I disagree with what he said, and I thought that Think Free Sleep had a really good like improvement channel overall, like especially for men. But I noticed he deleted a lot of his stuff, and he's backpedaling, getting exactly what the type of chick that he says, you know, basically you shouldn't get with, right? And I think that he knows the difference between genders and like that type of stuff. I think he knows that. It's just like he's a simp. Everything he talked about, he works out, and there's also something else he says in the video, like he hits the gym and all this stuff. This dude doesn't hit the gym. All right, I'm sorry, he don't hit the gym. You don't see no muscles bulging. He has no confidence. This dude's just like a beta dude. Like this is literally what he is. He's a beta dude. He already sounded like a nasally beta dude on the video, but I'm like, you never know. There's some nasally dudes that have pointy noses and they're big guys. Like they'll mess you up, right? They just sound like nerds. I thought that was the case, or maybe he was like a nerd before, you know, and then he like got his stuff together. Like that's totally fine. But the problem is that he's backpedaling when he finally gets a girl, right? And in his mind, like the best girl he ever had. I'm telling you, to him, this chick's a 10. To me, she's like okay at best. I won't really say my rating, but I'll tell you this much: it's definitely not over a 7. I'll tell you that much. She's just like an average chick, to be honest with you. At least in my opinion, she's just an average chick. Maybe I make a video about her. I don't know. But the point is that ultimately, my problem with Think Free Sleep is that he backpedaled on what he talked about, and he has a really big channel, right? So he's just doing the high dubs. He says one thing, then does another. That's what he's doing. I'm really getting tired. Like in the manosphere, there's a bunch of frauds. His communication with red pill, black pill, blue pill, MGTOW, all this stuff, like, I think this is where the confusion happens. You get guys like this. You get frauds like this that comes into the space, right? And then it just causes big confusion. I think it's the biggest problem right now is that you have people that's like, oh, I hate women. Then you get people like, oh, like think before you sleep, where it's like, oh, you know, you need to do this, whole woman to a standard, whole man to a standard, yada, yada. And then he goes right to what he's saying that you shouldn't get. There's so much confusion. And that's the biggest problem, man. I just really wanted to react to this because this is such a well-put video. Like I said, the guy explains it incredibly well. I really want you guys to watch this video. Subscribe to the guy. I mean, this is a very well put together video. But people like Think Before You Sleep, don't listen to guys like this, especially trying to better yourself. Because he's going to confuse you, especially guys that don't know where they're going, direction in life. And I was one of those guys. I was like, well, I know I want money, but I don't really. I was all over the place, right? Most young men are. They're all over the place. Unless they have like a really 10-4 father that like teaches them everything. And even then, their dads don't even know everything. Especially nowadays, like what their dad teaches them back then doesn't really work for today. You know, it's like your parents, they're still married, or your grandparents are still married or whatever. That doesn't work today. That doesn't get women. The game has completely changed, so they can't really teach you anything, to be honest with you. So you have to learn this on your own. You have to join like, you know, a community of, I call it male improvement. That's what I truly believe. That's what I call it, male improvement. I don't really agree with red pill, MGTOW, black pill, blue pill. I don't agree with none of it. I just truly believe in men being the best version of them that they can be. And I believe women should be the best version of themselves that they can be as well. All right? I always say this, in the video with this. If Doctor Strange, right? You guys know Doctor Strange, the Marvel guy. Doctor Strange, when he was looking for the best version in every multiverse, right? If he was looking to find the best version of you, he would come to this reality and pick you. That's what you should be. The best version of you. Literally the best version of yourself. That's what you should be. That is in all aspects. Money, women, respect, everything. You should be well-rounded. That's the best version of you. Gym, good diet, etc. Intelligence, everything. That's the best version of you. Doing stuff that you don't want to do, etc. But I feel like I'm ranting at this point. I want to rant. But maybe I took it a little bit personal because I really like Think Before You Sleep, man. I used to watch this content every single time I saw this video, and then I saw that it was true. I'm like, dude, this dude, man. Like, once you mess up once, like, once I find out you're a fraud, I'm not going to watch your content. I want to know what you guys think, man. Do you guys think that, you guys agree with Think Before You Sleep? Do you even know who Think Before You Sleep is? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. Help me get my video out there in this jungle that we call YouTube. So without further ado, that's going to be it for the video. Remember, I'm not arrogant. I'm just confident, and thank you for watching.
again.